Hello friends, this is the next lecture in the series of the news analysis. So here we are going to talk about some of the important topics that those were in the news and which are important for the civil service exam including the UPSC exam. So the first topic that we are going to discuss here is regarding this Aditya L1. So what is this Aditya L1? So one question is given here. Consider the following statement regarding the Aditya mission. First one is, it is the first Indian scientific expedition to study the sun. It will be placed in L2 Lagrange point, and third one is, placing at Lagrange point may increase fuel consumption needed to remain in position. So here the answer is B, one only. Why this second and third statement is wrong, we will see it, and why first statement is correct, that also we will see it. So why we are particularly discussing this Aditya L1? Because Indian program to study this sun and region between sun and the earth, this Aditya L1 program, which is particularly related to study the sun, is due to be launched next year. So next year it will be launched, and what the central government had decided now to expand the visibility of this Aditya L1 mission in international arena. That means central government will popularize this Aditya L1 in the international arena right now. So what are the explanation with regards to the L1? That it is the first Indian scientific expedition to study the sun only. It placed at the point which is called the L1 Lagrange point. That we will see what is this Lagrange point and what is this L1 Lagrange point. So what is the objective of this mission? To study the sun's corona, photosphere, chromosphere, solar winds, and carry out round the clock imaging of the sun. So that means all the different layers of the sun will be studied, and the round the clock imaging of the sun will be taken. So here there is an image which is talking about the Lagrange point. If you see L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, all the Lagrange points are given here, and at this place where there is a L1, there this Aditya L1 will be parked, or there Aditya L1 mission will be placed. So what is this Lagrange point? Lagrange point, it is named after the Italian-French mathematician Lagrange. So it is a position in the space where the two bodies and their gravitational force act on that particular satellite or particular body, and they two gravitational forces get balanced. What happens when the gravitational forces of the two larger bodies get balanced with respect to smaller body? The smaller body will get stabilized at that particular place. With respect to L1, this will happen. That sun and the earth, they are the larger of bodies with respect to Aditya L1, which is a smaller satellite, smaller mission. So these big larger bodies, their gravitational forces will get balanced, and this Aditya L1 will be placed at this L1 position safely. So it will be there. So this L1 point is 1.5 million kilometer from the earth, which is around 1/100th of the way to the sun. And this L1 is one of the 5 such points, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, that we have already seen in the image. And it will reduce the fuel consumption. Why it will reduce the fuel consumption? Because since two gravitational bodies are getting balanced, their gravitational forces are getting balanced of the two larger bodies, so the Aditya L1 satellite will be placed safely. It will not require maximum fuel consumption. With the minimum fuel consumption also, it can be safely placed at the L1. So it will reduce the fuel consumption also. So if the satellite is placed in the halo orbit around the Lagrange point 1, the major advantage will be that it will be continuously weaving with the sun with respect to the eclipses. So without the eclipses, we can see the sun clearly all the time, for the 12 months also. That's the benefit. Next we will talk about the Cuba movement. Why we will talk about the Cuba movement here? Because Raul Castro, who is also the brother of the Fidel Castro and the Che Guevara were the leaders of the Cuban Revolution. So Raul Castro is the brother of the Fidel Castro, and who was also the commander and played a very important role in that revolution also. He said that he is stepping down as the head of the Cuba's Communist Party, which is considered as now as the ending of the era of the former leadership that began with his brother Fidel and the country's 1989 revolution. So it is considered as the end of that era of the leadership we took part in that 1959 revolution. So it is map, it is shown here. The Cuba, you can see here that it is very at a strategic position between the Gulf of Mexico, Atlantic Ocean, and the Caribbean Sea. So what is the explanation? So the explanation is America was always having the interest in the Cuba since early 1900, America was always having the interest in the Cuba. But these Cuban people were not liking it. In 1950s, one of the leader, which is called as Batista, who came to the power in Cuba. So he was favoring USA only. So and he became very unpopular because of his dictatorship, or because of corruption. He became unpopular. So the people in the Cuba started the movement under the leadership of this Fidel Castro and Che Guevara. The revolution began in July 1953. So it is called as the July movement also. And they finally ousted the Batista. They removed the Batista and they formulated the new government. How they did that? This Fidel Castro and Che Guevara, they gathered the force of these guerrilla fighters and they started the revolution. And in 1958, the revolution spread throughout the Cuba, and this Havana, which is the capital of the Cuba, it got fall. The power center got fall. So Batista fled the country in 1959, and Cuba got out of the influence of the USA, and the new government controlled by the Fidel Castro was formed there. So this 26 July 1953 is celebrated as a day of revolution in the Cuba right now, and this is called a 26 July movement. So it later got reformed on the lines of the Marxist and Leninist lines, and that became the Communist Party of Cuba later. So Communist Party of the Cuba was ruling the Cuba since 1959 with the Fidel Castro of the leader, but the actual name, the Communal Party of Cuba, which it got into 1965. So Raul Castro, now who resigned as the head of this Communist Party of Cuba, who was the brother of Fidel Castro, I already told. He played a very important commanding role in the Cuban Revolution, and was the core of the movement. So that's why we are discussing about this Cuban Revolution. Next is regarding the Great Indian Bustard. Why particularly we are talking about this Great Indian Bustard? Because recently their shooting has been happened in the Pakistan with respect to this Great Indian Bustard. So two Great Indian Bustard were shot in the Cholistan desert of the Pakistan. So in the Rajasthan also, and all over the world, the environmental activists were protesting against it. So why particularly Great Indian Bustard they are protesting? So to know regarding, we have to know about the Great Indian Bustard. It is the one of the heaviest flying bird in the world, and the important thing is that it is the state bird of the Rajasthan also. The habitat for the Great Indian Bustard is a dry grassland and the scrubland. So Rajasthan has enough dry grassland and the scrubland. That's why the Great Indian Bustard, where we can observe them more in this Rajasthan. So what is the protection status of this Great Indian Bustard? It is critically endangered. So that's why so many environmental activities were protesting against this killing of these two Great Indian Bustard. It is Appendix 1 in the CITES. So when something is there in the Appendix 1 in the CITES list, there are three Appendix 1, 2, 3. But something kept in Appendix 1 means it is going to be extinct soon if it is not protected. Then it is also placed in Schedule 1 of the Indian Wildlife Act 1972. There are 6 schedules. So if something is placed in the Schedule 1 means that particular animal or a bird has to be protected, and there will be strict provision for that. So the Great Indian Bustard total population is less than 100. So that's why killing two is a big issue, because they are less than 100. And in Rajasthan, they account for 95% of the total world population. So 95% of this total population is only in Rajasthan. So that's why this is also the state bird of Rajasthan, and the people were protesting. Then there is issue regarding the Nagaland indigenous habitats, and some of the question is given here, like tribes are given and the states are given. We have to find the correct one. Here the correct one answer is the Rengma belongs to the Nagaland. That's the correct options. Others are the wrong options. So here why we are particularly discussing it, because Nagaland government has decided to formulate the joint consultative committee recently, which will involve the traditional tribal bodies and the civil society organizations also. And the main purpose will be to register the state indigenous habitats. So one image is given, and some of the Nagaland's related figures are given, like what is the population, number of tribal, non-tribal communities, population for 16 recognized tribes is how much, 90%. So all these facts are related to the Nagaland, which are given here. So in July 2019, Nagaland government launched one exercise which is called as Register of Indigenous Habitants of Nagaland, which is in short called as RIIN. So it is same like the National Register of Citizens of the Assam, where the purpose of the exercise is to find out the Indian citizens and which are not the Indian citizens in National Register of Citizens. But in Register of Indigenous Inhabitants of Nagaland, this RIIN exercise will be particularly for understanding that which are the indigenous inhabitants of the Nagaland and which are not the indigenous inhabitants of the Nagaland. So this was put on hold. This exercise was started in 2019, but it was put on hold because some civil society and the extremist groups were protesting against its objective. What is the objective? To prevent outsider here from outside from the Nagaland to obtain fake indigenous certificates seeking the jobs and benefits of the government scheme. So there can be some problems of identifying the indigenous inhabitants. So if there is a problem, that means some eligible people will not be able to get the proper certificates to seek jobs and benefits of the government scheme. That's why people were protesting. So what will be the functions of this particular committee? The function will be to determine the eligibility criteria, authority to authenticate the claims, place of registration, the basis of claims of being indigenous, and the nature of documents which will be required as a proof to prove that that person belongs to indigenous community. So that person is an indigenous inhabitant of Nagaland. So just extra information that which are the major tribes from the Nagalands are Angami, Rengmas, Sema Sumi Nagas, Jeliang, Konyak. These are the major tribes from the Nagaland. Okay, so that's it for today. If you like this lecture, then please subscribe this channel, like the video, comment the video and share the video. Thank you so much.